Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Wild week, wild and crazy reveals, more here today. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the show. It's the best way to help out. And let me know what you think about today's topics in the comments down below. All right, before we get into the Nintendo glory, let me tell you that Amazon Prime Day is having its early sales starting today until July 11th. And my good friends at Lexar have put their Play Card on super sale with other Lexar products up to 49% off, including the 128 gigabyte Lexar Play Card for only 15 bucks. All right, Lexar Play Card is the safest, best, most secure, most reliable, fastest memory card for your Switch. And if you don't need a terabyte, if you don't have the funds to get a huge card, then the 128 gig card is perfect for you. It'll store a bunch of your games, a bunch of your current and future games, downloadable saves, etc. And $15 is kind of a steal. So make sure to click the link in the description down below to check it out. The early sales last for 4 days. And every time you click the link, it helps support me and SwitchForce and continuing to bring you guys the best Nintendo coverage. So definitely do that. And then let's talk about some of that best Nintendo coverage, including the rumored 18 plus Lego set is finally real. All right, so there was this rumor of this adult Lego Nintendo set, and we're like, ooh, what is it gonna be? Bikini Mario? I don't know. Chest Mario. Remember that in Mario Odyssey? And we're like, dude, the dude has a belly button anyhow. This is not Mario, this is Bowser, and it is like a nearly 3,000 piece giant Bowser that looks menacing and magical until you see the price. The King Koopa releases on October 1st of this year for $270. Now he can fight against Mario, Luigi, Peach from the other Lego sets. He does have a fireball launcher and buttons to control his movement, pose his arms, move his head. It looks sick and like the perfect gift for the hardcore elite Nintendo fan, but that price is almost as much as a Switch. You can get a Switch Lite and a game. Oh my God, it's so expensive. Why is Lego so darn pricey? I remember getting Lego sets as a kid, and now I just gotta like give it up to mom and dad for spending the money, because these things are, man, how are they so expensive? How is anyone supposed to buy their kid this? You could get them a whole system or a Lego Bowser. It's freaking cool. Ah, I want it. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of this Lego Nintendo stuff. If you're not, I do have gaming goodness news for you. All right, let's talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The previews dropped today, and man, oh man, it sounds like a Xenoblade game. But what has me the most intrigued and impressed is that every preview I've read says that the game is uncompromising, that Monolith Soft's ambition is on full display. Did they port it to the PlayStation 5 or PC? No, it's still on Switch apparently, but it looks gorgeous, and the cutscenes are incredible, and the character models and gameplay looks as good as some of the cutscenes from before, and I don't know how they're doing it. The world seems huge, the enemies seem massive, it runs at a constant 30 frames per second, and I don't know what they've unlocked. I don't know. They're using the regular Switch because everybody that's playing it is playing on the current Switch, so somehow they've made magic and made a massive world that looks to have some improvements, right? Some UI fixes, making some things more understandable. And based on the previews I read, it sounds like the game gets into it a bit faster than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't know, like my spidey sense is starting to tell me that this might be like really amazing. And maybe that's not a surprise to some of you, but I'm getting excited for July 29th. The game looks great. They're making the Switch more powerful than it has any right to be, and it has all these crazy systems like classes, 6 characters battling at once. It seems like it is going to be the dream adventure for those of you that love JRPGs and those of you that love Xenoblade. So I'm sure we'll hear more leading up to launch, but right now, everything's looking good. Let me know if you think I should play this in the comments down below. And how are they making the Switch this good? How? What? Next up, we've got Fall Guys getting a Nintendo Switch boost. I know it's because of people like you. I know Fall Guys reaching 50 million players is because of our Switch audience. Like, it has to be a huge chunk of it. Fall Guys went free to play 2 weeks ago, and they're at 50 million players, which is insane. Those are numbers that are really hard to quantify and fathom. I remember like when my other YouTube channel got 1 million subscribers, and I was like, it's too big. But 50 million is insane in 2 weeks. Like, hats off to them. Beans up in the air for the Fall Guys team in Mediatonic. Would you like me to play more Fall Guys? I had a blast when it launched playing it, and I haven't had the time to get back to it since, but they're doing a bunch of new events. Maybe one day a Nintendo Mario event. Should we do some more Fall Guys here? And have you picked it up yet for free on your Switch? Are you joining the 50 million players and trying to beat #1 in that final round? I'm happy for them. I think free-to-play on Switch has just been such a beautiful union this generation. And I love to see a game that really kind of refined itself over the last 2 years, hit its super stride. I mean, it was successful before, but not at this level, and that's really cool. You know what else is really cool? Man, oh man, Nintendo putting the work in. All right, sometimes we think they're clueless, and many times they are. Sometimes we think they don't care, and often they probably don't. But they have fixed the eShops, and that is magical. The Switch eShop still needs work, but they did do something that we've been worried about since March. Back in March of this year, the Wii eShop and the DSi eShop went off, okay? They went down, they went kaputs. Now, the Wii Shop hasn't been selling games for a while now, but this prevented you from even re-downloading software and basically nixed your access to your library that you previously bought on Wii and DSi, which is kind of a bummer. And it's one of the digital future problems that we've wrestled with for years now and will continue to wrestle with in the future, but they've brought it back. Finally, it's here. The Wii Shop is back. The DSi shop is back, and I don't know why. I don't know what Nintendo did. I don't know why it was down for a solid 4 months, but it's back, and you can download your library. Still can't buy anything, but you do have a more, I don't want to say permanent because that's disingenuous, but a longer lasting access to your libraries on both of these platforms, and it kind of gives your digital titles actually more, they're more yours now, instead of being like, haha, you can't grab them again. Because the point we were at, we thought, okay, if your Wii dies, you lose everything. And at least now you can still re-download it. So if you're missing anything from your library, go get it. I don't know how long Nintendo will leave this up. Probably for a while, but you never know. So getting in there, they did some maintenance. They apparently made it fixed, or I don't know what they were doing, but it's back up, and that's the good news. And Nintendo caring about its hardcore fans after a really weird June feels really nice, and I hope we see more things like this, including fixes for the Switch eShop. That thing needs better organization. You gotta surface cool games that are exclusive to your console, like Neon White, better and earlier, but alas, the Wii Shop is back, and so we can dance the music. Yesterday was a big day with the Splatoon 3 Switch OLED, which still looks, it's too hot to touch. It's like the stove. Stay away! It's gonna cost you $360, which is a $10 markup over the OG OLED, if I can call it OG, last year's OLED, but I get the bump because the system is just, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's going to be hard for me to keep my hands off that thing, but we had a bunch of different rumors and speculation and leaks popping up with the Splatoon 3 OLED, with the Switch Pro, and I'm going to kind of lay off the rumors for today, but I do want to tell you that next week is interesting because there is no Splatoon tournament next week. They specifically omitted that week of July, and people thought it was for the Xenoblade 3 previews to drop, but those hit today, so now there is a mysterious gap, and I don't have any insight or info on what could happen, but I think there will be more Nintendo announcements next week. Mario Kart DLC seems like the best choice, and I could see that happening any day next week. Just a Twitter announcement and it's there, so we'll play it when it comes out, and we'll probably stream Fall Guys as well. But before we do any of that, let's talk about if you guys are getting Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I promise you, I did not know that previews would drop today when I asked this poll last night, and I'm wondering if the previews changed your mind, because currently 62% of you say no, you're not getting Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and 16% say you're not sure, with only 21% saying yes. When I answered this last night, I was like, I'm not sure yet, because the last game was so slow to build. It felt like it took me forever to get into all the systems and the story and everything, but I have hope for this one now. The previews, like, man, the fact that they're pushing the Switch, that alone is really exciting, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you all think, if you're planning to pick it up now that you've heard such good things, or if you're still not into that genre. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I love you all a lot. I appreciate you being here and supporting me and having fun each and every morning. Until next time, though, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit that like button on your way out the door. SwitchForce out.